robber trying to kick down a door and storming a South Florida home.
Now, thieves target another home in the San Fernando Valley, but this time they didn't get away with anything.
It's on 9's Jake Reiner live in Santa Monica with what happened to those thieves and to the store's owner.
When thieves think they've got the upper hand, but really, they're just walking into a trap.
His security cameras have caught a wave of would-be thieves getting the fright of their lives.
Meet the quick-witted homeowners who outsmarted would-be thieves at every turn.
This man looks like a regular shopper coming in to pick up a few goods at his local convenience store.
So, without any further ado, let's dive in.
Imagine this happening to you. 2 brazen burglars bursting into your home.
Number 1. Confronts car thief. The thief meets his match. This quick-thinking car owner catches a thief breaking into his vehicle and springs into action.
Go out from there. Why are you stealing my car?
With his baby in his arms, he rushes towards the car, opens the door, and confronts the intruder. The startled thief reverses the car, but then makes a run for it, abandoning his attempted theft. Number 2. Stuck for hours. Well, this thief's plan was shockingly bad. He tried to steal electric cables, but ended up getting stuck on a high-rise air conditioner for 60 hours.
He became stuck on the AC unit in the wee hours of Sunday.
Talk about a hair-raising experience. With no way out, he's left hanging, literally looking utterly defeated. But in a surprising twist, the owners even showed him some kindness and fed him while he was stuck. Finally, the cops arrive and use a rope to pull him to safety through the window. Number 3. Caught red-handed. This sneaky thief is rummaging through a car when 2 owners catch him red-handed. One approaches from the front, the other from behind, and they've got him cornered. The thief tries to make a break for it, but the owners are too quick. They grab him and hold tight, despite his struggles to break free. The thief tries to make a run for the road, but the owners are relentless, holding him in a tight grip. It's all over for this car thief. Number 4. Drastic action. A thief on a bike, stealing another bike from someone's home, thinks he's gotten away with it. But wait, the real owner is hot on his heels. Whoa, what a takedown. The owner comes out of nowhere and slams into the thief, sending both of them crashing to the ground. The bikes are tangled up with them, but the owner quickly gets to his feet. He's furious. The owner starts yelling at the thief, who's backing away in fear. The owner checks his bike, makes sure it's okay, and then starts threatening the thief. He's angry, and rightfully so. The owner kicks the thief's bike, takes both bikes, and starts to ride away. He's got his bike back and looks. His friend shows up and scolds the thief. Then the 2 friends ride off together. Number 5. Family stops car thieves. 3 sneaky thieves creep up to a house, one with a key to the Audi parked in the driveway. But just as they're about to make their move, the owners approach. 2 thieves make a run for it, but the third tries to make a getaway in the Audi.
Stole the keys from inside the house, but he wasn't able to start the car.
The owner catches up, and a struggle ensues. The thief tries to drive away, but the owner holds tight, pulling him out of the car and pinning him to the ground. The owner grips the thief's face, holding him in place until the police arrive. Number 6. Paintball gun. A group of 3 attempted burglars pulls up to a house, trying to break in. But just as they're about to gain entry, their getaway car arrives, and so does their downfall.
He lives across the street and has a very unique and very sophisticated surveillance camera setup.
A vigilant neighbor witnesses the attempted break-in and takes matters into his own hands, firing a paintball gun at the thieves. As they try to escape in their car, the neighbor continues to pepper them with paintballs, marking them and preventing their escape. The thieves finally flee the scene. Number 7. Tackles bike thief. This brazen bike thief thinks he's got an easy score, strolling into an open garage and making off with a bike. But the owner is hot on his heels.
Security camera picked it up and alerted him.
He sprints after the thief, pushes him off the bike, and they both end up in a heap on the ground. A brief scuffle ensues, but the thief decides discretion is the better part of valor and takes off with his friend. Number 8. Nonchalant robber. This group of burglars, led by a cool cat smoker, thinks they can just waltz up to the house, remove the window, and help themselves. But bam! The owner's voice comes booming out, and they're caught red-handed. And what's even wilder, the thieves got the nerve to ask, "Who's that man?" Like they were just curious about the neighborhood watch. I mean, really? You're breaking in, and you want to know who's confronting you. The audacity! They then nonchalantly stroll away like they were just out for a smoke break. Number 9. Close call. This thief thinks they can sneak around under the cover of darkness and swipe a catalytic converter. He works on the car for a few seconds, thinking he is getting away with it. But then, bam! The sirens blare, catching him off guard. Then, he makes a quick retreat. Number 10. Warehouse wannabe. Thwarted. This guy thinks he can just waltz up to the yard and break into the warehouse, but the owner's got eyes and ears on him. A stern warning through the two-way talk sends him packing. But does he learn his lesson? Nope.
Get off my property.
He comes back for round 2, thinking maybe the coast is clear. But the dog's still on high alert, barking like crazy, and just as he's about to try again, the siren blares, and he's off like a shot. Number 11. Homeowner on time. A sneaky intruder thinks he has found a hidden treasure trove, attempting to break into a secluded bus in the backyard. But his solo heist is quickly disrupted by the owner, who catches him red-handed.
The guy came back and appeared to be wiping his fingerprints from the bus doors.
The thief tries to make a quick escape, pushing a box at the owner in a desperate bid to flee. However, the owner stands firm, pushing the box back, and it crashes to the ground. The thief then makes a run for it, dashing towards the street. Number 12. Burglar caught. 2 sneaky thieves think they've got a free pass, breaking into a house through the front and back doors. They silence the dog and start searching for valuables, with one heading upstairs.
Took was the mere offer of a cookie to keep Chloe quiet.
How you doing, baby?
But little do they know, their every move is being monitored by the homeowner via security cameras. He swiftly alerts the authorities, who arrive in a flash and storm upstairs. One thief attempts a daring window escape, but the other is caught in the act. And in no time, the window jumper is also caught and apprehended. Number 13. Paintball gun surprise. These 2 thieves think they can sneak under the car and make off with the valuable catalytic converter, but this family's got a trick up their sleeve. As soon as they start tinkering, the family opens fire with a paintball gun. Through the window, they unleash a barrage of colorful shots, tagging the thieves and sending them scrambling. The thieves, caught off guard, quickly make a run for it. Number 14. Gun-toting homeowner. A brazen intruder tries to break into a house, slowly making his way up the porch and opening the front door. But he's in for a surprise. The owner, armed and ready, confronts him in the doorway. The thief takes one look at the gun and hightails it to the garden, with the owner hot on his heels. A tense standoff ensues, with the owner warning the thief to leave. The thief, realizing he's outgunned and outsmarted, quickly retreats. Number 15. Caught in the act. This thief tries to play it cool, walking into the shop like he owns the place, and then pretending to be a customer or demanding cash. But just as the cashier falls for his trick, the cops burst in, guns drawn, and catch him red-handed. The thief quickly surrenders, realizing the gig is up. Number 16. World's chillest man. Talk about keeping calm under pressure. This guy is sitting at the bar, sipping his beer, when suddenly a burglar bursts in, rifle in hand. But does he flinch? Nope. He just keeps on chilling, scrolling through his phone like he's watching a movie.
The surveillance video is silent. Now, Tovar is revealing what words were exchanged during his scary encounter.
He actually asked me.
The burglar tries to snatch his phone, but he's like, and then, in a move that's just pure swagger, he lights up a cigarette. For an easier target, moves on to the next guy, who promptly surrenders. But not this chill dude. He's still puffing away, unfazed. The burglar grabs some cash and runs. Number 17. Catalytic converter theft. These thieves think they can get away with stealing a catalytic converter in broad daylight, but they're in for a surprise. As they pull up and start working on the car, the owner springs into action, triggering a loud siren that sends them running for cover. Number 18. Serial thief. This brazen thief thought he had the perfect hustle, swiping goods from the same store, time and time again. But today, the tables turned. As he tries to make his usual swift exit, the door slams shut, trapping him inside like a rat in a cage. He frantically tries to kick his way out, but the door won't budge.
He puts the stolen drinks back and drops the bag of poached goodies on the shelf.
Realizing he's cornered, he starts sheepishly returning the loot to the shelves, trying to play it cool while shouting for release. But then, his thirst gets the better of him, and he just can't resist snagging another drink. And what's this? He's making another desperate attempt to bust down the door. And it finally gives way. He makes a run for it, but the law will surely catch up with him this time. Number 19. Botched robbery. Oh snap! A group of armed masked men storm into a jewelry store, ready to strike it rich. One of them is packing a sledgehammer, ready to smash and grab.
He was a scout, scoping out all the security cameras while on the phone with the young men.
But the brave employee is locked and loaded. He pulls out a gun and sends the thieves running for cover. The officer spots the stolen vehicle and hits the sirens. The thieves think they've escaped, but the law is hot on their heels. Number 20. Hilariously stopped. The sneaky thief thinks he's got the perfect moment to snatch the phone. But little does he know, the door has other plans. It self-locks, trapping him inside, and he's forced to retreat with his tail between his legs. He tries to play it cool, sauntering back to the counter, returning the phone and spinning some tales, but the owner isn't buying it. Number 21. Trapped inside jewelry shop. Oh, the audacity. She walks into the jewelry store, dripping in designer duds, with a plan to swindle the place blind. She selects 11 rings worth a whopping $7 million and asks to wrap them herself.
Then that she made her move, asking to wrap up the jewels herself,
bringing her materials to make the switcheroo. But the employee is no fool and snatches her briefcase, shutting her in the room like a rat in a trap. When the police arrive, she's still trying to play it cool, handing the officer a $50 bill to pay for the cab, like she's just out for a casual Tuesday afternoon heist. But her calm demeanor quickly turns to handcuffs and humiliation. Number 22. Stealing mails. These thieves think they can swoop in and steal some mail when no one's home, but they're in for a surprise. The homeowner receives a motion alert and catches them red-handed via the security camera. With two-way talk, the owner confronts the thieves, commanding them to leave the property. Number 23. Neighbor thief. This sassy thief thinks she can swipe a package from her neighbor's porch and strut away like nothing's wrong. But oh no.
Please. Hello?
Calling her out for her thievery. And what does she do? She tries to play it cool, tossing the package on the ground like it's trash. But when the homeowner says they're coming outside to chat, she suddenly remembers her manners and scurries back to return the package. And then she's got the nerve to just walk away like nothing happened. Number 24. Armed mother. Ha! Look at this thief. He pulls up, knocks on the door, and when no one answers, he starts kicking it like a madman. But what he doesn't know is that the mom is watching from the window and she's not having it. She grabs her gun and heads outside.
The door open, he tries kicking it down repeatedly. A mother inside with her 2 young children.
Just as the thief is about to kick again, the door swings open and he tumbles to the ground. And then he sees her, the armed mom, standing tall and ready to defend her home. The thief suddenly takes off like a scared rabbit, speeding away in his car. Number 25. Trap for porch. Pirate. Ha ha ha. Oh man, these 3 thieves are in for a surprise. They're strolling down the street, looking for an easy score.
Try a booby-trapped package.
When they spot the unguarded package, like kids in a candy store, they all make a beeline for it, thinking they've hit the jackpot, but little do they know, the owner has set a trap for them. As soon as they try to grab the package and make a run for it, the box bursts like a bomb, sending them all tumbling to the ground. Number 26. Beer thief. This guy thinks he can make off with a beer without paying, but the shopkeeper is one step ahead. She's got the door locked and the beer in her hands, leaving him with no escape route. He tries to make a run for it, but she's got him cornered. Realizing he's been caught red-handed, he sheepishly returns the beer and slinks away with his tail between his legs. Number 27. Thief's temptation. This sneaky thief spots a treasure trove of unguarded goodies and can't resist. He swipes one and comes back for more, but then, bam! The siren blares and he's off and running. Number 28. Car break-in. This sneaky guy thinks he can just check for an unlocked car and help himself. He opens the door and starts rummaging around like a shot. Number 29. Smash and grab thieves. Smash and grab, or so they thought. This masked man comes swinging with a hammer, shattering the glass door of the shop.
After in a string of thefts, including this smash-and-grab incident in the Bronx.
His partner in crime swoops in with a bag, ready to start grabbing loot from the shelves. But just as they think they've got the upper hand, the shop owner pulls the ultimate power move, slamming down the security shutters. The thieves are left standing there, bag in hand, but no booty to grab. They quickly turn tail and flee the scene. Number 30. Phone thief. This lady thinks she can make off with a phone from the shop, but the owner is hot on her heels. He quickly closes the door, stopping her in her tracks, and retrieves the phone. But that's not all. He also charges her for the cost of the broken screen.
Door's locked. Think I'm stupid? Come on. Open it. It's locked.
You'd think that would be the end of it, but nope. She calls in the big guns, her mom. Mom arrives on the scene, ready. After a heated argument, they finally pay up and leave. Number 31. Fights off armed robber. This lady's scrolling through, but her fiancé springs into action, tackling the intruder and sending him running. Number 32. Sneaking into garage. This guy thinks he can just stroll up to the garage and help himself, but oh no, he's in for a shock. Instead of an open door, he gets a warning that the cops are on the way. Number 33. Chases down car thief. Unbelievable. The owner catches a thief in the act of breaking into his car. He sprints outside and the thief takes off, but the owner is in a heart-pumping pursuit.
As I was on the hood, I was like, okay, where am I headed?
He grabs him from behind, but the thief manages to break free and runs for his car. The owner leaps onto the car's hood, and the thief tries to shake him loose. The owner then pulls down the car and pulls out a gun from his pocket. He pointed that right at them, but they were quick, and they sped off in seconds. Number 34. Fighter. This brazen thief smashes the glass case in a jewelry shop, thinking he's got an easy score. But the owner is having none of it.
You can see the shop owner tending to his inventory. Then, at a store ironically named Heist, it happened.
He rushes towards the thief, grabs him and his accomplice, and starts doling out a beating. The thief's friend tries to fight back, but the owner is a force to be reckoned with. He takes the punches and keeps on fighting. In the end, the thieves are left empty-handed and bruised, as the owner triumphantly throws them out of his shop. Number 35. Fake delivery guy. What a close call. This fake delivery guy tries to trick his way into a home, but the owner is one step ahead.
Video then shows the suspect rush the homeowner before being pushed back out of the doorway.
Dressed in a delivery uniform, the imposter knocks on the door and attempts to force his way in, pulling out a gun from his pocket. However, the owner reacts swiftly, pushing the intruder back and nearly sending him tumbling down the stairs. The would-be thief recovers and makes a hasty retreat, speeding away in his car. Number 36. Robbers locked in. This thief in the blue shirt thinks he's got an easy score, but the owner is having none of it. He tries to make a run for it, but the owner grabs him and holds him tight. Then, two masked robbers burst in and join the fight, trying to overpower the owner. In a stunning turn of events, just as the blue-shirted one tries moving outside the door, gets closed again, so now he tries to break out using a hammer, but just as he's about to give up, an outsider opens the door for him. Unbelievable. Number 37. Porch prowler. This sneaky thief tries to tiptoe away with a bike, but the owner's voice catches him red-handed. He quickly hightails it out there. Number 38. Reap what you sow. Meet the world's worst thief. He strolls into the store, thinking he's got this, but things quickly go awry. He demands the woman open the register, but she's not having it. The employees and customers outsmart him, locking him in from the outside. He starts begging for help from outside, but it's too late. The cops arrive, and he's forced to surrender, lying down on the floor in defeat. And the cherry on top? He gets a 5-year sentence for his troubles. Number 39. Flamethrower. Whoa, talk about a fiery defense. As the armed robbers enter the store, the shopkeeper springs into action, unleashing a flamethrower that sends the thieves running for cover.
Using a can of fly spray and a lighter, he sent flames soaring, blasting both bandits.
They try to make a comeback, but the owner is relentless, keeping the flames burning bright. But our hero isn't going down without a fight. He ducks for cover, hiding behind the counter, and waits for the perfect moment to make a break for it. And then he makes a run for the door, escaping the danger zone. Number 40. Bike bandit busted. This guy thinks he can waltz up to the porch, swipe the bike, and ride off into the sunset. But nope, the homeowner's voice comes booming from behind, putting the brakes on his getaway. He quickly ditches the bike and takes off on foot, leaving his bike napping plans in the dust. Number 41. Would-be thief. Bike burglar busted again. This guy thinks he's sneaky, carefully moving bricks and pots to get to the bike, but slow and steady doesn't always win the race. The owner catches him red-handed and tells him to scram away. Number 42. Two-way talk. This guy thinks he can pull up, hop out, and help himself to the car's precious parts. But not on this woman's watch. She catches him in the act and gives him a stern command to scram away. And boy, does he ever. He hightails it out there in his truck. Number 43. Thwarted in flash. This sneaky guy thinks he can scope out the car and make off with some loot. He checks out the goods through the window, likes what he sees, and then smash! He breaks the glass. But oh no, the siren is faster than his fingers. It blares to life. But what's even quicker than the siren? His getaway. Number 44. Firm warning. This kid thinks he can just swoop in and ride off with someone else's bike, but Mum's got her eyes on him.
What are you doing?
She calls him out from inside the house, and he tries to play it cool by leaving the bike on the pavement. But Mum's not having it. She wants it back where it belongs. He reluctantly complies, trudging back to put the bike in the yard. Number 45. Calm thief. This guy thinks he can just saunter up to the yard and sniff out something to swipe, but he's got another thing coming. Before he can even get his grubby hands on anything, the siren blares, and he's busted. But instead of making a run for it, he tries to play it cool, walking away like he was just out for a stroll. Number 46. Invasion. This guy thinks he can just waltz up and try to open the yard door, but the owner is having none of it. Number 47. Stops thief. This sneaky lady tries to swipe a package from a bench, thinking no one's watching. But she's wrong. The owner's voice booms from inside.
Her porch, taking her packages. What are you doing?
Hey, what are you doing? Startled, she tries to play it cool, acting like she was just, admiring the bench. Yeah, right. She quickly exits the scene, trying to maintain her nonchalant demeanor. And that's a wrap, folks. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more entertaining content. Let us know in the comments below which moment had you laughing the most, and share your such experiences. Until next time, goodbye.